Good morning, and welcome back to the 2021 PGA Championship here at the Ocean Course in Key Island, South Carolina. We're really pleased to be joined by Cameron Tringale, who opened today with a 2-under par 70. Cameron, off on one of the early groups today. You started off really strong. Talk about your play right out of the chute and the nice groove that you kind of caught there.
Sure. Good afternoon. And it was nice going off early. I think the first couple holes weren't quite as extreme wind-wise, and going whatever direction out. I think we were a little fortunate, but really the first 4 or 5 holes kept me in it with good putting. I one-putted, I think, the first 6 or 7 holes. So that's always good for momentum. But, yeah, it was a solid day all in all. Through the bag, everything was working pretty well. And happy with the day.
Did you notice at what point the wind really was more reflective of what you saw during the practice rounds? Was it the 5th hole, the 7th hole?
Well, when it's at your back, you don't mind as much when it's howling. So I really didn't notice it till we turned there on 14 and we're hitting a shot into the wind, and so those last 5 are pretty tough.
Okay, let's hit the ground for some questions here.
So when do you start racing yourself? You had a birdie on 11, and then you prepared yourself for the toughness? Or?
Yeah, I was trying to just keep making birdies when we were downwind, knowing it would be tough coming in. But I didn't start preparing myself until I got to that hole. It's kind of in the back of your mind, but did my best to try and just focus on one hole at a time.
So it's something that you suspected, but can you explain the difference between the back and the front? I mean, today, how he played? Yeah.
Yeah, you're trying to hit it short going downwind because you can run through on so many of the lines, and coming into the greens, the ball's taking pretty big hops downwind. So you have to be a little defensive, even going downwind. And then when we turned in, I hit a 4-iron, 3-wood, 7-iron, and 2 3-irons into the greens those last 5. So it's just a totally different golf shots. You're trying to keep the ball down, keep it out of the wind as much as you can, and you're just trying to use it to your advantage.
Number 5.
Cameron, you played that last 5 pretty cleanly. I mean, what is the goal as you get to the 14th tee? Is 1 over plenty acceptable given where you're hitting for clubs out there?
Yeah, I mean, I don't really put a number on it. It just kind of depends. If you're hitting good shots, it's just about hitting those quality shots. But I mean, I think if the average score is going to be well over that on those last 5. So yeah, I guess if we're playing the numbers, I'd take that.
Juan, one more question.
Oh, I don't know, you were looking at the leaderboard at some point, but I mean, I don't know, and how many times you have led in a major, no? So, yeah.
I led at Augusta once early, like through 2 holes, but yeah, I mean, it doesn't make any difference where you're at right now. As long as you're on the board, you're in good enough shape, and so I'm aware of it, but it's not a factor in my mind at this point.
Was this a round you were content with your play all day today and the number you put up there?
Say that again.
Are you content with the 70 today? Would you?
Yeah, I mean, I think anything under par is really good score, and I think that's going to become even more true the later in the day that you play. So
terrific, Cameron. Thanks so much for being with us.
Thank you.
Enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank you, as you too.